Have you ever wondered how the human brain, a 3-pound organ, controls your entire body and mind? Welcome to the fascinating world of the human brain, the most complex organ in our bodies, and perhaps the entire universe. Weighing in at just about 3 pounds or roughly 2% of your body weight, the brain might seem insignificant. But don't let its size fool you. This organ is the command center of your entire body, responsible for every thought, memory, feeling, and movement you make. Think of the brain as an orchestra conductor, coordinating a symphony of bodily functions. From regulating your heartbeat and your body temperature, to interpreting information from the outside world, the brain is an organ of extraordinary ability and capacity. But what makes the brain truly amazing is its complexity. It's not just a mass of gray matter, but a network of about 100 billion neurons, each capable of making around 10,000 connections with other neurons. These connections, called synapses, allow electrical and chemical signals to flow throughout the brain, forming the basis of our thoughts, perceptions, and memories. This intricate web of neurons and synapses is what makes us who we are. It's what allows us to dream, to create, to learn, and to love. It's what makes us human. Yet, despite centuries of study, the human brain remains largely a mystery. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about our own brains. There's so much we still don't understand, like how the brain creates consciousness or why we need to sleep. But every day, neuroscientists around the world are pushing the boundaries of our knowledge, peeling back the layers of this incredible organ and bringing us closer to understanding the secrets of the brain. The human brain is indeed a marvel of nature, a complex organ that is still a mystery in many ways. And that's precisely what makes it so fascinating. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a fascinating journey into the human brain. Imagine if the brain is a city, then neurons are its citizens. In the bustling metropolis of the brain, the neurons are the individuals that keep the city alive and functioning. They are the basic working units of the brain, the architects of the mind's skyscrapers, the city's workers, the drivers of its taxis. They form a complex network, a bustling community, working together to create our thoughts, memories, and feelings. Neurons are specialized cells designed to transmit information to other nerve cells, muscle, or gland cells. They are powered by electrical impulses, a bit like the power grid of a city. These impulses travel down a neuron, triggering the release of neurotransmitters. These chemical messengers relay signals across a synapse, the tiny gap between neurons, like a postal worker delivering a letter from one resident to another. Among the bustling populace of neurons, there are several types, each with their own role in the city of the brain. Sensory neurons are like the city's sensors and detectors. They relay information from our senses to our brain, telling us about the world around us. Motor neurons, on the other hand, are like the city's movers and shakers. They carry commands from the brain to the muscles, causing us to move and act. Interneurons serve as the city's communicators, passing messages between other neurons within the brain, helping everything run smoothly. Each neuron is a marvel of nature, a tiny yet complex machine, working tirelessly to process and transmit information. They are the brain's building blocks, each one a critical part of the whole. They are as essential to the brain as people are to a city. Just as a city would fall into disarray without its citizens, the brain cannot function without its neurons. They enable us to think, to feel, to remember, to dream. They are the unseen heroes of the brain's city, tirelessly working to keep everything running smoothly. Without neurons, our brains would be as good as a city without its people. Ever wondered why we behave the way we do? The answer lies in different regions of our brain. Let's start with the frontal lobe, located at the front of the brain, as the name suggests. This region is the control center for our personality, decision-making, and problem-solving skills. It's also where our motor skills originate, allowing us to perform actions like walking, talking, and dancing. Next, we have the parietal lobe, situated at the top of the brain. This region is essential for our sense of touch and spatial awareness. It helps us understand where we are in relation to the world around us, making it crucial for activities like driving a car or catching a ball. The temporal lobe, located on the sides of the brain, is responsible for processing auditory information and is integral to our ability to understand and produce speech. It also plays a key role in memory formation. The occipital lobe, at the back of the brain, is all about vision. It processes visual information, allowing us to see and interpret the world around us, from the colors of a sunset to the words on this page. Moving deeper into the brain, we encounter the cerebellum, often referred to as the little brain. This region controls balance, coordination, and fine motor skills. It's the reason we can walk without falling, tie our shoelaces, or paint a masterpiece. Finally, we have the brainstem, which connects the brain to the spinal cord. It's in charge of many of our automatic functions such as breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. These regions don't work in isolation. They're constantly communicating and collaborating, influencing our emotions, behavior, and bodily functions. For example, when we're scared, it's the amygdala, nestled within the temporal lobe, that triggers our fight or flight response. Or, when we experience a rush of happiness, it's the release of dopamine, primarily from an area in the midbrain. Each region of the brain has a unique function, contributing to who we are and how we interact with the world. Can our brains change? Yes, they can. Welcome to the concept of brain plasticity. This principle of neuroscience tells us that our brains are not set in stone, but rather, they're more like Play-Doh, flexible, adaptable, and capable of transformation. Brain plasticity, or neuroplasticity, as it's formally known, refers to the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. It's a dynamic process that allows the neurons in the brain to compensate for injury and disease and to adjust their activities in response to new situations or to changes in their environment. And it's not just about recovery, it's also about growth and adaptation. Think of your brain as a forest, where paths are carved out based on how often you walk down them. The more you repeat an action, a thought, or a feeling, the stronger that path in your brain becomes. This is the basis of how habits are formed and how learning takes place. Now, why is this so groundbreaking? Well, for centuries, scientists believed that once the brain was fully developed, it was essentially a fixed, unchangeable structure. They thought that brain damage was irreparable and that lost skills or memories were gone forever. But the discovery of brain plasticity flipped this idea on its head. It showed us that the brain is a resilient, adaptable organ, constantly changing in response to our experiences, our behaviors, and even our thoughts. It means that the brain can heal and recover, that it can shape and reshape itself. It means that we're not just stuck with the brain we have. So what's the takeaway here? It's that our brains are not static, but dynamic. They're not unchangeable, but transformable. And that's an empowering thought, because it means that we have the power to change our brains. And if we can change our brains, that means we can change our lives. Brain plasticity shows us that we have the power to change our brains and in turn, change our lives. Unfortunately, this powerful organ is not immune to disorders. Even the most intricate and complex systems can falter, and the brain is no exception. Let's delve into some common brain disorders like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and epilepsy to understand how they affect the brain. First up, Alzheimer's disease. It's a progressive disorder that causes brain cells to waste away and die. It's the most common cause of dementia, a continuous decline in thinking, behavioral, and social skills that disrupts a person's ability to function independently. Imagine a city where the buildings slowly crumble and the infrastructure begins to fail. That's Alzheimer's. It's a slow erosion of the brain's capabilities that, over time, leaves it a shell of its former self. Next, Parkinson's disease. This is a neurodegenerative disorder that leads to progressive loss of motor control, including trembling of the limbs and head while at rest, stiffness, slowness, and impaired balance. As the disease progresses, it may also affect cognitive function, leading to dementia. Think of it as a city during an earthquake, where control over functions is gradually lost and activities become increasingly difficult. Lastly, epilepsy. This is a central nervous system disorder in which brain activity becomes abnormal, causing seizures or periods of unusual behavior, sensations, and sometimes loss of awareness. Picture a city experiencing a power surge that causes blackouts and uncontrolled bursts of electricity. That's epilepsy. It's the brain's electrical system going haywire, causing a range of symptoms from mild to severe. It's crucial to remember that these disorders and many others don't define the people living with them. They're challenges that millions around the world face and overcome every day. They're also reminders of the intricate balance that keeps our brains functioning healthily. Brain disorders remind us of the fragility of our brains and the importance of taking care of our mental health. Let's continue to learn, grow, and most importantly, support each other in this journey of understanding the mysteries of the human brain. What does the future hold for neuroscience? As we peer into the horizon of neuroscience, we see a landscape brimming with innovation and potential. a terrain where technology and brain science merge to create extraordinary possibilities. One of these thrilling prospects is the increasing use of artificial intelligence, or AI, in neuroscience research. Imagine a world where AI algorithms delve into the complex machinations of our brain, charting out neural networks with precision and speed that surpass human capability. The beauty of this is twofold. First, it allows researchers to analyze brain data on a scale previously unimaginable, leading to more comprehensive understandings of our brain's workings. Second, it opens the door to the development of AI systems that can mimic and model human cognition, giving us insights into our own intelligence and consciousness. But the fusion of technology and neuroscience doesn't stop there. We're also seeing the emergence of brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. These devices, which connect our brains directly to computers, hold the potential to revolutionize our interaction with the digital world and even with each other. Imagine communicating thoughts directly, without the need for speech or written language. Or consider the potential for people with physical disabilities to control prosthetic limbs or wheelchairs just by thinking. These advancements are not without their challenges, of course. Ethical considerations, technological limitations, and the sheer complexity of the human brain are significant hurdles. But the potential rewards, a deeper understanding of our own minds, improved treatments for brain disorders, and unprecedented ways of interacting with the world, make these obstacles worth tackling. So as we march forward into this brave new world of neuroscience, we carry with us a sense of awe and anticipation. For we are not just observers in this journey, but active participants, shaping and being shaped by the technologies we create. The future of neuroscience is exciting and holds the promise of unlocking more secrets of the human brain. The human brain, a 3-pound organ, holds the answer to many mysteries of life. It's a marvel of complexity and elegance, filled with billions of neurons that work together in harmony to create our reality. We started our journey with an exploration of this intricate organ, delving into the myriad neurons, the building blocks of the brain. Each neuron, a marvel in its own right, transmitting signals at lightning speed to ensure our thoughts, behaviors, and functions are executed seamlessly. From there, we embarked on a tour of the brain's regions, each with its unique role. The frontal lobes making us social creatures, the temporal lobes holding our memories, and the occipital lobes painting the world we see. Each region a testament to the brain's remarkable division of labor. We then discovered the brain's amazing ability to change, to adapt, to learn, its plasticity. This quality, allowing us to pick up new skills, recover from injuries, and continuously evolve throughout our lives. A testament to the brain's resilience and adaptability. Our journey then took a somber turn as we explored brain disorders, conditions that can alter one's life in profound ways. Yet even in adversity, the brain's resilience shines through, as it fights back, adapts, and strives for normalcy. Finally, we looked towards the future, a future where neuroscience promises to unravel more about this enigmatic organ. We're on the brink of breakthroughs that could change our understanding of the brain, potentially leading to treatments for conditions that are currently beyond our reach. The more we learn about the brain, the more we realize how much more there is to discover. The journey of understanding our brains is a fascinating one, and it's just getting started.